We're back again. The podcast with no name.
I thought we were Petri Dishing.
Well, we should ask our 3 fans.
Yeah,
what do you think of the name Petri Dishing?
Most of our fans are, well, I mean, I kind of recruit a lot of people in MMB to give suggestions.
50% of this podcast is a micro major, so
that's probably true. Yeah,
like we
shout. It is true. Yeah,
our gossip without dropping names.
Of course,
we spill
all
the
anonymous unless it's us.
Yeah, we only expose ourselves.
Yeah,
not in the illegal way, just the embarrassing way.
Just the embarrassing.
And also, 100% of us are STEM bitches.
That's true.
That's 100% true. Oh, we should make a note that this week's episode is a tight 3-piece because Olivia, our Italian stallion, could not make it. So it's just us.
Just us.
Sarah, by the way.
I'm Cameron.
And this is Alex, if you cared.
You probably don't.
You probably don't care about me.
Fuck Alex.
Fuck Alex, yeah.
Fuck Alex. So, what's happened this week to you guys?
A lot.
Yeah, honestly, a lot. It's like that point in the semester. We have 1 week until spring break. I'm really just ready for break.
Same.
But
ready to end it all, honestly.
Sarah, you need to not go dark.
I'm just kidding.
When they go low, we go high. That was.
I, on the other hand, like one inconvenient thing happens to me, it's like, okay, it's time. It's time for me to pass away.
That's so sad.
Well, just like small like disclosure, I'm terrified of death, so you don't have to worry. I want to live forever.
What is it like? Can we talk about how this, like, I don't want to say this generation, I hate when we talk about generations, but like, let's say like the Twitterverse, we all just nonchalantly talk about suicide in response to anything.
Dark again. Yeah, no, it is.
No, this is a segment for another time. This is going to be a light episode because we realized that we really just like dropped all of our like inner like I don't want to say poison, but it's kind of like poison. We kind of just like spewed it out into this microphone.
Yeah, so we collectively agreed to stay light this episode.
Yeah.
So
we'll try.
I mean,
we'll be back to our hardcore. Oh, and for our fans who are holding out, we're going to wait for our circumcision debate until Olivia gets back because she knows a lot about the intactivist movement. So, and you also have found an interesting post that you tagged me in.
Oh, it was a meme, so I can't really depict it. It was just a meme of a dog with his head sticking out of a blanket, and it was like when he gets excited but he's not circumcised, and the dog like kind of comes out of the blanket a little bit. But it was a meme, so I can't fully depict it.
But the girls in the discussion were really going off.
They were. They always go off.
So, I mean, that's something we could talk about.
Yeah, side note, I really love secret Facebook groups. That's where all the tea is spilled.
Oh my god, same.
Yeah, but that's also
I really didn't know they existed until like this year.
Well, they're amazing, and I want to join a Facebook group for any interest in my life. So, and I have more since then, but just food for thought. But what's happened this week? I had a really shitty week until today, actually. A little bit of self-promo. I left an interview for a summer internship, and the lady called me on the way home saying that I got it. So that's a lot of stress that's off my shoulders. So that was the high of the week. Low of the week, we can do that. We can do highs and lows.
Yeah, let's do that.
Low of the week was... I should have prepped this one.
It's me cracking my knuckles. Sorry. It's okay.
I just have lows all the time. I don't know. I was really anxious this week, if that counts, but we're not going there. I love that. School is just, like, not fun.
Retweet.
Yeah, retweet. Anyways.
My high of the week would probably be... I
love that.
It was a gentle slope, not really a height.
Normally I can't think of much, but this week it's exciting.
My highlight of the week would probably be the Jonas Brothers are back.
Okay, yeah.
Which gives me more hope that One Direction will be back.
I think it'll happen. I
think it will too.
It might not be in the immediate future, but I think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Like,
when they're
will
old.
it be like 30 years when they're like grasping for relevancy? Probably.
Yeah.
But like,
absolutely.
all I want is like for fucking like 80-year-old Harry Styles to like bust it low.
Oh my god, he will. He's gonna dress exactly the same as he does right now.
Yeah, like halfway buttoned up, floral
He'll be
shirts.
even gayer.
Yeah, I really love him.
Yeah,
he's great.
Same.
Anyways.
We love a man in touch with his bisexuality.
Yes, we love men that are in touch with like everything, like emotions, sexuality, like, feelings. We love that. Wait, that was
my low of the week was
low week.
a lot.
Probably senior design. Not to call them out.
They want me to switch to a completely different program to like do 3D modeling, and I have no idea how to use it.
I thought you meant like major. They're like, we
Oh,
hate you.
no.
Oh
my god.
Like, you're the worst.
Yeah,
you don't even belong.
I would
in this
have
department.
like thrown some hands.
That's
like
crazy.
I'm 5 foot and like tiny, but like I would have gone up there and like.
I mean, small and agile. Like, that's all you need.
I would have gone
center
through
of
the
gravity.
knees. Yes.
Gone
I think the biggest low was I was in charge of a panel.
the biggest.
The deepest.
Yeah.
The deepest low.
And we invited this finance professor, and he basically told us my topic for this panel will be like urban sprawl, joblessness, and how like climate change affects that. We're like, cool, lit, awesome. And he comes and he's talking about education reform. And then somebody asked him a question about like, because his whole thing was like how if we revitalize a low income area, then like education will improve in that area. Then somebody asked like, well, does revitalization, like, is that anything like gentrification? Yes. And then he said the very iconic words of low income families don't care about gentrification. In fact, they like it because that means new grocery stores, and new attractions come to that area. Which is cute, because no. Gentrification is, like, raising the price of, like, land and, like, bringing, like, it's, like, replacing a Food Lion with a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Like, low-income families do not like that shit.
He just doesn't know it. He
also,
dug himself into a hole.
Fun fact, he makes $171,000 a year.
Okay.
Which is
What
close
does he
to...
do?
He's, like, I don't know, like, a finance professor.
Oh.
He's only been here for 12 years. I have, like, a professor who's been here for 30.
That PCOM and Jenkins
Yeah.
salaries are just
Jenkins. There's like a black hole.
Yeah.
I don't know where the money goes.
Well, they're coming from your taxes. That's where they come from.
But,
God knows where they end up.
That reminds me of someone else who said that people like to work for their money when asked if people should be paid a higher minimum living wage.
It's like
That's
they think
fun.
we're asking one thing.
We're not going to name who she is because we said we were going to keep it light, but you know, she knows who she is. She knows what she did.
And this was in response to the Green New Deal, which basically is saying they want to create like new infrastructure.
We're just mouthing who this is.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was Ivanka. Fuck her.
I thought this was like a person we knew.
Ivanka Trump.
The daughter of a rich man who probably didn't really have to work for anything. Like,
she was literally given her job.
Yeah, literally given an office in the White House.
About people we knew. Because
No,
there's some people we know that post very fiery Facebook statuses. One of which I just mouthed to name, but
wait, I completely missed that.
Oh, yeah.
I tried not to think about her.
Oh, it's been blocked for years.
I think I unfollowed her. I didn't like unfriend her.
I unfollowed her too. So like,
I think
if I want to get mad, I just like
look her up.
Yeah,
it's so easy.
This is about a mutual acquaintance.
Yeah,
we might say.
Not that she's ever gonna hear this.
You call someone you know of their existence, but you're not even kind of friendly with them anymore.
A peer.
A peer.
No,
She's a peer.
not even a peer. Like
a fellow student at this university
I would become
that we have had to interact with in close quarters. Intimately.
Wait,
way too intimately.
We kind of mentioned this before.
She was the Shitty Hands girl.
Yes, this was Shitty Hands girl for our loyal followers that listened to episode 1. The lovely lady that just didn't ever wash her hands. But I don't want to think about that right now at all. So it's Sarah's turn to give her highs and lows.
So, my high... Well, I had 2 highs that were kind of similar.
Okay.
One felt a lot... hit me a lot more visceral than the other one.
Okay, using those big vocab words.
So let's talk about the little high. Well, I had to go in and do my a journal entry for my women in literature class, and my professor was talking to another older lady who I assumed was also a professor, and her door was open, but whenever I walked up, they both kind of stopped and looked at me, and I felt awkward, and I was like, do I need to go somewhere else? Was this a private conversation? She's like, no, we're just talking about lunch, and they were making a joke about students asking about their grades, and then my professor said, you're talking to an A student. Oh my god. And I was like, I love this. She did. She complimented me. I make a point to talk to her every time I go by her office, because we have to do manual journals, actual paper, and go to her office and write in them about what we're reading in class and that kind of thing. And so she's a really cool lady. I really like her. Cool. But my highest high happened today.
I don't think I know about this.
I didn't tell you about this because I restrained myself from snapping about it because I wanted to tell you on the cast.
Oh my goodness.
So
I'm ready.
A doctor at where I work today, we ended up having lunch around the same time, and so he was in there asking me about medical school and stuff like that, what I was gonna do with my life, and that's not something I want to reminisce over lunch,
right,
when I barely had any sleep because I could not get to sleep last night for some reason. But he was kind of grilling me because he's a very a straight shooter, and he was like, what's your GPA? And I was like 3.67. He's like, that's not bad. And I was like,
oh my god.
Oh my god.
To have a doctor tell you that.
To have a doctor tell me my GPA wasn't bad, and the whole time he's telling me how hard it is to get into medical school, and you have to do really well in school and all that kind of thing. And then I told him my GPA, and he said it wasn't bad, and I just felt so validated in that moment.
Yeah.
In all the shit that I go through.
Yeah, literally
Sarah's all the shit.
CNA.
Yeah, all the shit I go through. And I just felt really good. And then my low of the week happened also 2 hours later. And I was coming back from a meeting, and I did not have time to grab my rain jacket because I was running late for the meeting, so I ran over to the library with a regular winter jacket on. And when I leave the library, it is pouring rain. So I walked back in the cold, wet rain, and I got soaked.
And then you cried?
And then I cried in my bed because I read a sad tweet.
That's pretty much how our lives are.
I feel like I just had so much emotion going on that I built up throughout the week.
Yeah.
Same.
It's like
and
that.
then I just had to let it out for 5 seconds. I cried maybe 3 tears, and then that was it.
Sometimes you just have to
short spurts of emotion.
Love that. Speaking of short spurts of emotion, let's talk about the Khloe, Tristan, and Jordyn dilemma. Well, no, just the situation
fiasco.
that has been happening all over social media.
First of all, he's been a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yep. We knew he was a piece of shit.
We knew.
Frankly,
we saw this coming.
I was not shocked that he slept with another woman. Not even that he slept with Kylie's friend who lived in their house.
Did they sleep
I was
together?
shocked that they were.
Okay, I heard it was. I only knew that it was just a BJ.
Well, it just said they hooked up.
Okay, I mean that's probably what happened, but
yeah.
I was shocked that Khloe and Tristan were still together.
Yeah.
In my mind, she, after finding out that he cheated on her when she was pregnant, and then she let him be there for the birth because she's a stronger woman than me.
I would not have let him.
Yeah.
No, I'd have been like, fuck you don't care.
Yeah.
But I was shocked they were still together.
Yeah.
And I mean, how can you be mad? You can't turn no hoe to a husband. You know what I'm saying?
Retweet.
I don't know.
Hashtag.
I think
Can't
there's a
turn a hoe to a
difference
husband.
between like a hoe and like cheater hoe.
He's both.
Cheater hoe. Well, I think you can use hoe like in
like a
in, like,
positive
an-
manner.
like a term of
uplifting,
endearment.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then there's like cheater hoe that's like you're just like being not loyal and can't be tied down when you're in a happy relationship. If you're not happy, just leave. That's all I have
My
to
thing
say.
is like you reap what you sow. Like
Mm.
like he cheated on his last ex-girlfriend who's pregnant with Khloe.
Yeah.
And then and then
That's a
he
great
cheated
point.
on Khloe like days before she was about to give birth. Like what did she think? Like
I didn't
he's
know
giving
that
you
he cheated on
two
her.
big like opportunities or like two big like major red flags that like he's gonna cheat on you again.
Cheater.
And,
Once
like-
a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah.
I know that's really harsh, but at the same time, I think it's true.
I think like
Dr. Phil always says the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior.
Yeah.
like
Totally
if he
believe
cheated
it.
like years ago and then they got back together, like maybe he'd be different. But like they were back together within like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't had time to grow
Yeah.
as a person.
No. You
And
need
plus, like,
time. Like,
She like called out like Jordyn Woods like on Twitter about like breaking up her family, but like
Mhm.
she still follows Tristan. Like I don't know, like what the fuck?
I think Tristan broke up his family.
Yeah.
If anyone.
Like why are we blaming Jordyn? Like yeah, she has just as much of like the blame, but like
I don't feel bad necessarily for the whole cheating situation because you should have seen that coming from a mile
Yeah.
away. I feel like Jordyn was stupid for fucking up her bag.
yeah,
her bag.
she lived with Kylie.
lived with
Yeah.
them.
Shit.
She
Yeah.
had like a product named after her from Kylie's
Yeah, they
makeup line.
did a joint.
I think like she got
Product
profit
together.
too.
Yeah, she was making
And
money
then
off
she,
of
like-
eyelashes, her
Yeah.
eyelashes.
And she also like modeled for like Chloe's like Good American.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah, she's losing a lot of money.
yeah,
A
she
lot.
like moved in with her mom.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, she fucked up there. Damn. Well, that's all I have to say about that.
Have y'all drank water today?
No.
Love that transition. No, I quite literally haven't had a sip of water, but I've had
Same.
a cup of coffee, a chai latte. So, not a dirty chai, just a chai. I was really let down because I was expecting to get a coffee jolt after that, and it wasn't.
Wasn't the
Even
same.
though I just didn't want caffeine, but I expected to feel caffeinated, and it was a little bit sad.
I had a cup of juice, and that's it.
It's got some water in it.
It's liquid.
I had a cup of coffee this morning, a small glass of water. I had a Coke with dinner, and like half a milkshake because I cried.
That's fine.
You deserved it.
I deserved
Treat
it.
yourself.
Yeah, so that answer's no. Anyways,
We were dehydrated as fuck.
dehydrated and sad. Just constant mood.
Well, not only dehydrated, but crying. So
Extra.
extra, like level 2 dehydrated.
All right.
What's next? Are we talking about astrology?
Yeah, tell us about like this. Well, I don't understand. Like, I know like your signs, but what is this
Yeah.
about houses and stars and?
So I'm not like that knowledgeable, but we've been going for 18 minutes in case anyone cared. So like you have like rising signs, your moon sign. Let me look at my chart. Rising, Mars, Moon, Pluto, Venus, Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn. And I believe your sun is like, that's your main sign, the one where it's like mine's Capricorn, so that's like December 22nd to like January 22nd.
So how do I find out this information about me? Do I have to download
you
an
can-
app?
Yeah, it's called CoStar. That's what I use. And you can also like look up your compatibility with people, which is fun.
That's what I love to do. I like to do that
Yeah.
with personality tests. Like, I know I'm an INFJ, Myers-Briggs type, and
Which one is it?
as soon as I
Is
ever
that
get
one?
interested in someone, not like I know people's personalities,
It's
but
induced
I
by
always
NASA.
get excited.
It's an
Using AI plus NASA. Don't try to validate horoscopes by attaching AI and NASA to it. Sirs.
It's not endorsed by NASA. They just use NASA public data.
I'm just saying they're trying to get some
They're trying
clout.
They're trying to seem reputable.
So while Sarah and Alex are filling out their birth chart, I'd like to give mine. My 3 main ones for literally Mercury, Sun, Jupiter, and Neptune. I'm a Capricorn, which means I think life is insufferably long. I hate it, and hide your mess because I will fucking clean it up. And then for 2 of them, Pluto and Venus, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know what that means. Oh, Venus is like what you love, and Pluto is... Oh, that rules the generation, so we're all a Sagittarius and Pluto.
This is so sad. Okay, so according to my chart for today's March 1st, 2019, it says, today I have power in work and self. I would agree with that, the work part. Pressure in thinking and creativity, spirituality, and social life. I'm not really feeling that. And then it says trouble with sex and love, and I don't know what that means.
I have power in thinking and creativity, spirituality, social life, and sex and love. Pressure in work and trouble with self.
Oh, this is
I've been having
interesting.
trouble with self for like 22 years.
Yeah, it says trouble. I feel alienated. Your Mars in Scorpio is the source of your ferocious anger. Your total arrogance prevents you from constructing healthy relationships. You are too concerned with harmony. That shit hurted.
Ooh. I see you. I'm going to add you.
Add me.
Okay, let's see our compatibility. I think you have to add me back.
Oh my god, okay. Let's go back. Oh my god, add you back. View? I don't know what this means.
It's fine.
Okay, how do I find out?
This can
what
be
I
a
mean?
challenging pairing. You live your life indulgently while they tend to life. I don't know what this means.
And there's your chart.
Okay.
We communicate and think in similar ways.
What do these numbers mean on the side?
Those are like the houses. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
You're going to have to ask Olivia.
So.
Yeah, sorry, Olivia, we're doing this without you because you're like the main horoscope bitch. But yeah.
My sun is in Aquarius. My moon is in Taurus. Rising in Gemini. Mercury in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius. I don't literally. Is this in like French? I don't understand what any of this means.
Wait.
Today, power in thinking and creativity, spirituality, social life, and self. Pressure in sex and love.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Maybe not maybe.
Huh?
I said maybe not
Maybe
oh my god.
tonight's the night you
Yeah.
swipe.
Tonight's the night
Yeah.
you swipe. Tonight's the night we
Tonight's
swipe.
the night.
Cute song.
Tonight's the night I match with people, but then never message them, and
Yeah,
then it goes
same.
nowhere, and it's fine.
I'm a Sun Leo, if that's what it's called, which I already knew. What is this?
Our sound engineer has a top knot now.
Our sound
Ooh.
engineer / intern.
Yeah, he's our intern.
Sarah's brother.
Oh god.
So is this Sun? Sun? Rising Moon?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so my sun sign, which I've already known is Leo. My rising sign, if that's how you say it, is Scorpio. And then my moon sign is Pisces.
My sun sign is Capricorn, my rising is Virgo, and my moon sign is Scorpio. Let's see what that means.
But I also don't know... Who's Hannah? Why'd they add me as a friend?
Who knows?
I don't know.
We're gonna delete this.
I don't really know
Add me back,
what
Sarah.
time I was born, which...
I don't know. Where am I?
This is really a lot.
Add me back.
So I don't know what time
I
I'm
wanna
born,
know
so
our
I think
compatibility.
that's changed.
I don't think it changes it that much.
Does it not change one of your signs?
It might, because one is like for 7 days.
Oh, okay.
Moods and emotions. We have
Oh my
a smiley face. Love and pleasure.
Oh, we're like,
Sex and aggression. This
Ooh.
is what? Senses
We're
of responsibility. We don't get along in basic identities, intellect and communication.
we're like
philosophies of
moderately
life.
get along. Yours like one that's like frowny face.
Dang.
It looks like that. Me and my roommate do not get along in basic identities.
Your sun is an Aquarius, meaning you are fundamentally unconventional and anti. Comfortable dissenting or straying from the norm. Your intellectual talent of abstraction is oriented towards pushing the boundaries of what seems reasonable. This doesn't really sound like me.
The only people that I see in my quick ad, other than the three of us, is my little from my sorority and a microbiology graduate student friend.
Good.
No one else seems to have this app.
It's fine.
I like this. I'm going to be able to
Oh, we get
guess.
along in basic identities, Alex.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Moods and emotion, love and pleasure, philosophies of life, sense of responsibility. We don't get along in intellect and communication and sex and aggression.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm not sure.
I'm
what
really
that-
confused about the love
I'm not
and
sure we
pleasure
don't get along
and then
in
sex
sex.
and aggression. We don't get along in sex.
We have not. No, we've not done that. Let's. Oh my god, let's like maybe keep up to this.
Ooh.
And like.
We can
keep at it and like read every once in a while and see if we
we can revisit it with Olivia.
Yeah,
And she
let's
can give us
revisit it.
the real tea.
She really knows the meaning.
Yeah.
She does. Okay, I'm so excited for her to come visit us again.
When will Olivia come back?
Like
from
she's
war?
not a founding member.
Yeah.
Will Olivia come back from war, fighting these streets downtown.
Oh wow. Let's see. We have let's.
Is it time we talk about the Jonas Brothers?
Yeah, I think it's time
Let's
to
talk
about
about-
the Jonas Brothers.
Let's talk about the Jonas Brothers. Nick. No one likes Kevin.
I like
likes
Kevin.
You
Stop
like Kevin?
it. Kevin's the underdog. How do you not love an underdog?
Wait, who's your favorite?
It's Nick.
Oh, I liked Joe.
I liked Joe.
Oh my god, we have a perfect.
Well, you have to like Kevin now.
Yeah,
No,
Kevin
I'm
now.
not saying Kevin's my favorite. I'm just saying who doesn't love an
You just-
underdog.
He got married weirdly early.
Yeah.
Either he pretended to be super young, and so like it was weird that he pretended to be really young and he got married normal.
I think he was the only one that like
Let's not shame
followed
people
the
that
whole,
get
like-
married young.
Am I the
Sarah.
only one who thought this whole thing? Well, they did have purity rings and shit.
They did have
They
pretty
did,
rings.
and then they all took them off except Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
Poor
Kevin walked the walk. He got married.
Yeah.
Kevin, go Kevin. That's
Yeah. They're still together,
props
so
to
like.
you.
You know what? Shout out to
Some people that have or purity rings.
shout out to purity ring wearers because you know what? You do you.
Someone has to do it.
Someone's got to do it. But
Dirty jobs. Micro.
But
I wasn't a huge Jonas Brothers fan back then, but I wasn't like I was a decent fan, but I wasn't like
I knew the songs that were on
Platinum
Radio
posters.
Disney, but I wasn't.
I didn't
have
like know
posters.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we haven't listened to the song yet, so we're thinking about pausing this recording just for like copyright reasons, as if the Jonas Brothers gonna fucking come at us. But
They
you
could.
never know.
They
It might
could.
blow up. And then give our feedback because we all haven't listened to it yet. So we're gonna do
Right.
that. So if you would like to
Hit
pretend
play.
like you're with
and
us,
Not stop record.
So
pause
at-
this and come back. To
yeah,
us.
at this moment, feel free to open up your YouTube apps and Google what is it called?
Sucker.
Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and we will be back with our opinions on how we thought it went.
Are we back?
I
We're
think
back.
we're back.
Look at us go.
So we just watched the video, so I guess we can comment on the song and the video separately.
Let's have each person give their thoughts on the song and the video individually, and
Okay.
then we'll come together for a final consensus.
Okay. The song, I thought it was catchy.
Mm-hmm.
I can see myself getting stuck in my head. I'm excited to see what else they have because I was expecting a slight change in their sound. But I feel like this is it's similar, but like mature.
Yeah.
I don't know why I expected them to go like alternative, but that's where my head was at. But I liked it. It was good. It was cute. I would describe it as cute. It's like, I'm a sucker for you.
Yeah.
That's so precious. The video, I think it was also fun. I liked the ending where they like were all posed. We used the word regal.
Mm-hmm.
I would describe regal. I don't know. If I had to rate it overall, like video and song together, a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
I concur.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the video was like, I mean, the song was like fun. It's like a nice spring song. It's catchy. I can see myself like with the windows down singing to it.
Yeah.
The video kind of reminded me of like Burnin' Up, but like not really. Just because like in Burnin'
Up, but not as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all had like their individual like girls they had to save. Well, in this one they all had like their individual like real life girlfriends. Except in Burnin' Up, Nick had Selena, and we all know how Nalina ended.
A phone call. That was
did?
like 12 seconds.
I thought
No,
that
that
was
was Taylor
Joe.
Swift and Joe.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I can't disrespect.
That was a different wrong.
It was a different wrong.
Yeah.
How
How did Nick and Selena break
it
up?
text
I really
then?
wasn't into
Who
all that
knows?
when I was a kid.
I just know that like it was Nyle, but they confirmed it after they broke up, and then it ended up as Nalina. And then after Nalina broke up, Miley and like Selena like bonded together a little bit.
While we're on the topic of girls, I don't like the damsel in distress archetype that is so often used throughout society. But that's shit for another day. I will pop off on that.
Okay, we're gonna add that to the list.
We're adding that to the list, and then we can talk about the stories Sarah and I have read in our feminist literature classes about the opposite of a damsel in distress. So,
I don't know. My teacher really focuses on the Victorian era and madness in women.
No, that was
which
the
really,
main theme.
Yeah, which really it all ends in the only way out of the trap of the patriarchal society is through madness and suicide, which is dramatic to say the least. We don't need to do that in our real lives.
Let's just save this shit.
Let's just save this shit for another day.
We're trying to talk about the Jonas Brothers.
We're gonna
we just go deep.
We're gonna like get into like actual passages. I have a stack of all the books.
Oh
I need
my God, I'm
speaking
so
of
ready.
feminist literature, I need to start reading The Handmaid's Tale for class.
Oh, my grandmother got that for me. I need to read it.
It's really good. I've read it once before, but like the ending, I didn't like the ending because like it's a cliffhanger, and we never know. I did.
Yeah,
No
you and
one's
Olivia.
spilling any tea
I'm
because
sorry.
I've not seen it or read it.
The show is different. Like the show picks up and continues on. But anyway, we're talking about Sucker
By the Jonas Brothers.
by the Jonas Brothers.
Before Alex tried to
I'm so
hijack
sorry.
it with her
I'm
feminist
so
bullshit.
sorry. That's so on brand. I just can't.
So the song, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was kind of very cookie cutter, poppy.
Yeah. But I feel like every like first single is like that.
That's what
Every
I was
first singer's like
thinking,
that. Like
yeah.
I know it's one of those things that I'm gonna listen to it so much, like from the radio and it just being like on TV and like in public, that like I'm gonna end up not liking it, but like not hating it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna know all the words because they're gonna play it so much. So I really wanted something, like you were saying, I wanted something more like Burn It Up. I wanted like a more intense, like
I wanted them to go hard.
I wanted a harder Burning Up.
That's what I thought alternative.
That's what
I
I really
thought
could have got behind the alternative.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I could fuck with that.
But
Fuck with an alternative
the
Jonas
video
Brothers.
was weird.
Yeah, it was a little
Like
weird.
it was very like artsy and it was a little European for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Sarah, you're 100% white, you remember?
I am 100% white, but I'm like
American way.
I'm American white.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
know,
I'm
that's
saying?
what-
Like my people came over like during colonial times. Like I don't have like an identity with any kind of European culture, except I like claim my 11% Irish on St. Patrick's Day because it's fun
Yeah,
to wear
you're
a
right.
T-shirt that says
Gives
like
me I'm Irish.
gives me I'm Irish, but
And then get totally drunk.
yeah, and then have a girl literally eat my tortilla chips off of my tray as I am walking through Armadillo Grill.
That's so fucking
I thought you were gonna
rude.
say something completely different.
No.
Oh, okay. I love that for us.
I was like, I like knew you weren't going there, but like the way you set it up, I'm like, oh,
Oh,
something's happening.
that would be
because we
a
were
very
talking about
different
feminist
yeah,
literature
St.
before.
Patrick's Day.
No, like I was very upset. I was literally waiting for my food for so long, and I'm going through the crowd, and this girl just starts eating my food off of my tray as she's walking out to leave. I'm
You
like,
should have popped off.
bitch, this is not like
You paid
freaking.
for this? I don't think so.
This is not like a Mexican restaurant where they like just give the chips for free. Like, I bought these chips for me. But anyway, overall, I would give the sucker video I agree, like a 5-6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I would say solid 6.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was perfectly fine.
It's already stuck in my head.
I'm more excited about the carpool karaoke with the Jonas Brothers. Honestly.
Oh my god, Burning Up.
I just want all the hits. I want them to do a remastered version of all the hits.
Yeah.
That's really what I want. I'm one of
like
those
Allie
people.
and AJ, what they did, like, potential breakup song over
Speaking
again.
of Allie and AJ, their new music is fire.
It's really good.
It's so good.
They have, like,
Really?
a new...
I didn't even know they had new music.
It's just really good. It's good. That's your homework for the week.
Okay, I'll
I'm gonna
listen to
move
the new
this so you
Allie and
don't unplug
AJ.
it.
Just, like, we're all laying down, and we're kind of, like, almost cuddling on the floor, and it's really cute. So, just putting that out there.
We lost a couple minutes because I forgot to restart it after we took our Jonas Brothers break.
Oh, that's fine.
It's fine.
I guess we were kind of go with imposter syndrome, but kind of
I kind of just want to like go into our feminist lit now, like we're talking about it.
Okay.
So let's just go for it.
Okay, so basically background. I took a class like a year and a half ago that was offered for the first time that semester. And then now Sarah's in like a very similar class to this where you use the same text, you have like the same conversations. My roommate is also in this class with Sarah, and I love asking them what they're doing because it was like my favorite class ever. But yeah, basically the theme of the class is you read texts from just pre-Victorian to Victorian to, in my class at least, we got to modern day. And the overall theme of the texts were depicting how stories portray women madness and in society, and how Sarah, I'm not explaining this right.
Okay, let me get into it.
Sarah's this has been a hot minute since I've done this, but
yeah, I'm more up to date with what's happening. So basically, this class revolves around madness as portrayed in Victorian women through female Gothic literature. Mm-hmm. So the female Gothic, as opposed to traditional Gothic, which we would think of as like Edgar Allan Poe, like Frankenstein, Dracula, those are Gothic texts. What the female Gothic does is it puts like these Gothic themes of darkness and like grotesqueness and isolation and that kind of thing, and moves it into the domestic sphere, which is kind of depicting how these women felt in society and in their homes, and how marriage was kind of like a prison for them, as in pretty much all their legal standing, all their possessions, everything was kind of taken from them and transferred to their husbands. So, and quite literally, some were literally accused of madness.
Yeah.
Because of hysteria and like anything kind of wrong with you that makes you not the ideal housewife or mother of the time can literally get you committed. Your husband could commit you and take all your shit. Real talk.
Yeah, I have a fun fact. The vibrator was invented during the Victorian era as a cure to hysteria.
A doctor invented the vibrator because his hands were tired from masturbating women into complacency.
Fuck? I mean,
this is a true story.
It's because hysteria was thought to be due to female sexual. Well, they didn't call it this at the time,
reproductive organs.
Sexual frustration.
Literally any female malady could be blamed on the reproductive organs. There were even theories that the uterus wandered around the body, like just randomly it would go out of place, and like there was like shock therapy, there was like having like cold or hot water like I don't know, douching treatments, like trying to like treat women with madness.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it was so like not science.
Oh,
it was bad science. It was horrible science.
The whole issue, like, the root of the issue is, man, I'm really getting heated. A male-centered perspective in the medical field, and how you can't address women's issues I'm going to back up. You can't address issues that people with vaginas have if you don't have people that have vaginas in the medical field.
And and to give some of the doctors credit, they really thought they were doing cutting edge work. They really thought they were helping people. And even though now we know that they weren't, at the time this was like cutting edge treatment, therapy. So I don't want to like shame them in the past because we know better now, but also like it was like a lot of things, history's going to look back on like some things happening today and going to see that was way left field, what we thought was everyday, normal.
I mean, the thing that just gets me shook up every time I think about it, if the word hysterical, the prefix hyster, Hyster, means like ovaries, like uterus, like all of that kind of stuff.
It means womb.
If you think about it, hysterical, hysteria, that's like you going crazy. That word that is literally still used in society, it was coined in the time when this was happening.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we still use that word, and it's like a historical, it's problematic historically, but I mean, a lot of things are, so that class really got me going. I'm trying to think of other things that really...
we talk a lot about, specifically, like, let's just talk about, like, literary tropes. We talk a lot about, the gaze and possession. I don't mean not the gaze, Gays. I mean the gaze, Gaze.
The male gaze.
The male gaze.
Yes.
Like, looking...
I tuned in and then I tuned out.
Cameron was about to get hyped. Like, I had no idea.
The gaze.
Feminist Lit talked about the gaze.
It should talk about the gaze.
Yeah. It probably does.
It
I probably
does.
haven't gotten to the gaze in the book yet.
There's
Books
probably
yet.
some.
We haven't gotten that far ahead.
There was one book we talked about.
We haven't gotten that.
It's more modern day book though.
Yeah, we haven't got. We've hit like the 40s.
All right.
That's where we are right now.
But the male gaze.
The male gaze about
it's sexualizing women and their bodies.
It's like about commodification. Like and when you view something, like you like almost like take possession of it, as in like how you view someone, kind of like makes you like looking at someone in a way of like ownership. Kind of makes you look in at yourself. Rather than, like, looking back at someone else.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a bad way of explaining it.
I like that. It's not. It's pouring outside.
That's fine.
I'm so done with this fucking rain.
I know.
But anyway, basically, if you have the opportunity to take a class that's, like, really, like, out of left field for your major, that makes you think different ways and challenges you to, like, question your entire life, do it. Because you need that introspection to grow and think differently, and then check yourself when you need to be checked.
I would recommend reading The Yellow Wallpaper.
It's a very short read. Very, very good read.
Very short
think it's
read.
free online.
It's probably online somewhere. It's a short story about a woman who was trying to be treated of her postpartum depression, and shit gets cray. And so I would encourage everyone to read that. And if you like that, then you'd probably like some other deeper dives like Jane Eyre, The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
I just read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison.
Oh my god.
And I was like shook to the core. It was so sad. It was so like heartbreaking. And it touches on like what it means to be like a woman, what it means to be a female child, what it means to be black, what it means to be abused by society. It was just so deep, and
we keep using that word a lot.
It really was so sad. Like, I went through all of the emotions.
Dang.
I would encourage that read. It's also not bad. It's also interesting, like, it's not split up into chapters. It's split up by seasons of a whole year.
Oh, yeah.
And then from different points of view from each central character, and you kind of get their backstory to get, like, a full picture.
Yeah. And
it talks a lot about society as a whole.
So many book recommendations. I don't read. So, like, if I'm talking about reading and I'm saying it's worthwhile, I can guarantee you it's worthwhile. So let's see where we're at on time.
We're at
40
minutes.
I think we can talk about our favorite bar stories. Our transitions are shitty.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on a second. I just want to give Cameron the time. Do you want to talk about the other gays?
The other gays.
Here, let me sit up.
The gays you're actually interested in?
I'm not, I can't even think of the word. I don't, like, objectify the LGBTQ community, so I'd like to get that out there. But my favorite book is Blue is the warmest color.
Oh my
But
god.
me and Alex tried to watch it, and Alex said some very good gems, such as she's going to poop in her mouth.
If you've
Which is
seen
also
the movie,
the
you
gays.
know what I'm talking about.
She
Yeah.
ate her ass in the bluest
Yeah.
color?
Oh, it's
It's
like
because-
a
Aren't they,
20-minute
like, teenagers?
fucking
No,
scene.
I think one's 17 and one's, like, in their 20s. But, like, speaking of, like,
That's old enough to know
The
about
male
eating ass,
gays.
but, like, I wouldn't want to do it
yeah.
at this point in time.
The director was a male, and he, like, basically, like, the whole entire, like, sex scenes in the movie are, like, for male enjoyment. Like, if you look at it as a female, like
Jacking
Alex
off in a corner somewhere?
watched, we're like, oh, she's gonna poop.
I was so uncomfortable. I mean, then again, I'm a straight woman.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know. It was just, first of all, we watched that. I did not expect that. I thought we were gonna get like a 3-hour-long artsy film.
Yeah.
I think
think
it's
it's a
like-
love story
I
with the
think
girl
I-
with blue hair.
I think I missed
Yeah.
the NC-17 rating, but I was just expecting like
Was
a
it
really
NC-17?
dramatic.
Was
I
that
think it
before
was.
Netflix was throwing up warnings about what's in the movies?
Probably was.
Maybe.
But it's just you don't accidentally come across that and like are okay with it. But you know, it's art. It's a movie.
Yeah. It's 6 minutes of
It's 6 minutes.
lesbian sex.
I thought
Did
it was
you just
longer
Google
than
how
that.
long it was?
No, I read online. Because it's, like, the longest sex scene, I think.
It was
In
that 6
cinema
minutes
history?
was like
Something
20
like that. I can
minutes.
look it up.
it's on Netflix. I mean, I think it still is on Netflix. I feel
That's
like
really long of just uncut sex.
I mean,
That's like porn territory.
Sarah, it was a porno.
It was porn. It was softer,
It was soft
medium or
to medium, I
hardcore.
guess. I mean, we didn't watch the whole thing because I think I really just like said we
It
need
was
to
very
turn it off.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Also, we had our volume up, and I think our neighbors. I just didn't want them to
Probably.
hear.
We could, like, hear them talking. So
Yeah,
they
we could
probably
hear them
heard,
talking,
like...
so we didn't want them to think we were like getting off, like playing loud porn in our room because that's just really uncomfortable. So.
approximate 10 minutes.
See, that's what I'm saying. 6 minutes seems like bullshit to me.
That's
10 minutes sounds better.
gratuitous.
Yeah.
That's you can get like your point across in like 2 to 3 minutes tops.
Which, like, I agree. Like, if we're gonna have, like...
How long was the longest sex scene in 50 Shades of Grey?
I don't know.
I feel like it was not 10 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes
Yeah,
max.
They're like clips
Yeah.
of sex.
I
not
think, like... Well, like, yeah, I do think that, like, if we're going to, like, show, like, such, like, graphic, like, heterosexual sex scenes, like, in 50 Shades of Grey, like, we should, like, be able to show, like, same
totally.
sex.
Yeah.
But, like, it should be, like, in a loving nature. Like,
Alright.
because...
I don't care what your orientation is or what kind of sex you're portraying on
was just-
film. 10 minutes is gratuitous
That's
for
what I'm saying.
anybody.
The only thing that bothered me was the fact that it went on for such a long time. And I was
Yeah.
like, Cameron, let's just wait. It's gonna be over soon. It was never
It was
over.
never-
No.
It was never over. So we just had
Next
to
thing you
turn
know,
it.
I watched the whole thing.
Next thing you know, I can honestly say I've not.
I think we stopped once they started eating ass. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie.
they did too, and that's just something that I'm not interested in at the moment.
Yeah.
So I just no.
Like, my
It
thing is,
didn't
like...
happen.
My ass is a one-way street. Like,
Exactly.
stay away from it. And, like, do girls even get, like, pleasure from that?
Only God knows. Like
Only God knows.
well,
I think it's something that has to happen to you before you figure out how you feel about it.
Yeah.
But frankly, like, I'm just going to keep it 100%.
keep it one.
No ass is that clean.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Enough to pick. I don't care if you just hopped
Says
out of the
those two
shower.
microbiologist majors.
Like, you really just
Microbiology
cannot,
majors.
just like the shape of it, it's just not conducive
No.
to like proper wiping. Like, to get it
I don't care
all.
if you use
I don't
baby
care.
wipes. That shit is not clean.
Preparation H wipes, like, it's not gonna happen.
I think you're, like... I know with, like, gay males, you're supposed to, like, douche. I don't know if that's, like, been, like, proven. Like, no, don't do that. That's, like...
Maybe it's like women where you're not supposed to douche.
I know it's, like, definitely women you're not supposed
Yeah.
to.
And, like, don't give yourself enema.
Yeah.
Oh,
And don't
no.
eat Chipotle. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I don't know anything about
Yeah.
emptying my ass out for sex.
Same.
But, like,
Also same.
I just know that it's it's not where I'm at right now.
Well,
that was fun.
I guess
my real favorite book is Call Me By Your Name. Which, if you have not read it, I recommend if you like very graphic male on male sex scenes. Not really. But, like, they definitely say, like, someone entered somebody.
Okay. Speaking of that, what's that book you read, like, freshman, sophomore year ever?
Oh my god, After.
After.
Yeah. Also, don't read that if you don't want to read, like, toxic, like, relationships. I'm going to spoil it for you. Literally, the book ends with... It's based on Harry Styles fan fiction. And the book ends with, like, the Harry Styles character, like, revealing that, like, he took the girl's virginity on a bet. So that's fun. And then, like, a lot of fun things happen. Like, he crashes a car. He burns a house down because he finds out his father is not who he really thinks he is.
That's dramatic.
They have sex in her boss's house. And her boss has, like, security cameras, so we saw all of it. It's fun. This is how I spent, like, my entire high school years reading explicit One Direction fan fiction.
That's
and it became
also on brand.
Yeah.
I never went down the fan fiction rabbit
I
hole.
also never
weird.
did.
It's weird.
It's very weird. I, like, me and, like, my roommate had, like, this weird, like, presentation party where we each had to, like, make up a presentation. And so I made, like, a drunk presentation about the common archetypes in One Direction fan fiction.
That's
So,
hilarious. I think
yeah.
we should do that.
Yeah.
I'll
I was
share.
going to come, but I couldn't. I don't know where it
Yeah.
was, but I couldn't be there.
I think, like, you probably had some interview. Or, like, some, like, sorority thing.
I think I might have. I don't know. But I wanted to come because I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. I'll share the presentation with y'all.
Please. Dang.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess now it's time to talk about our favorite bar stories. Because that is another hot topic.
Yeah.
There was one that I was going to talk... Okay. My introduction to this, I'm keeping things anonymous. I may or may not have been out with a friend one night. We both had to pee really, really bad. If you know Cornerstone in downtown Raleigh on Glenwood Street, you know those
Glenwood
bathroom
Avenue.
lines. Sorry, why the fuck did I was thinking Fayetteville Street, Glenville Avenue. My bad. Fake fan over here. You know that the bathrooms in Cornerstone are like, the lines are ridiculous, and the bathrooms are like one
There's
person
only
each.
2 stalls.
Yeah.
Which is not enough. That's not even, like, up to code, in my opinion. You need to have
Yeah.
at least 4 toilets in the women's bathroom.
I've been in, like, 2 of their bathrooms, and, like, one has always been out of toilet paper.
Yeah, and there's
One
one
is
that's always
broken.
one's
Yeah.
always clogged,
Yep.
like to the top. But anyways, there's this one in room 1. It's just one toilet, and I was in there with a friend once. I got the toilet. My friend really just had to go. She goes, "Alex, should I sit on the sink?" Go in the sink. I said, "Sure." Meanwhile, we were both really drunk. I was like, "Ha, yeah, sure, girl." I don't know what I said. That was really dramatic. So she puts her ass up on there, and that fucker falls off the wall. And, like, I'm just sitting there, like that meme, the Simpsons girl, what is her name?
Lisa.
The Lisa meme where her jaw just drops, like, that was me. And then it took me, like, 20 seconds to start laughing because I couldn't believe it. And I was just like, oh my god. So we take the trash can and we shove it underneath to hold it propped up, and there's, like, a bar stool in there for whatever reason. Shove it, and the sink is, like, fine. But then we went back another week, and you could see, like, where the cock was to keep that thing up there. So that was the time my friend broke a sink at a bar. That's one story I have.
I think my fun story, I think that we're going to tell another where we all were there, but Sarah and Alex were drunk and I was not. So you get, like, dual perspectives. But my initial one is I went to celebrate my best friend's 21st birthday in DC. And me, her, and then another friend, we were all, like, at this one, like, DC bar that was really cool. Like, each, like, floor level was, like, a different type of music. So there was, like, pop, Latin, trap.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun.
And, like, everything was okay. And then one of my friends convinced me to get a Long Island iced tea. Here's the thing.
That's like every brown liquor combined.
It was. And I did not know that. So, like, I handed her my card and she was like, I couldn't hear. So she just pointed up the number 2, and I was like, sure. Turns out I get 2 of them, and it was $26.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. And again, I did not
That's
know
all
what
you
was
need,
in.
though.
Yeah. Oh, well, I had also had I think 3 shots, and then an ice to pregame. So I was
We
on
love
the
ices
way.
in this
You were
household.
there.
Yeah, I was on the way, and then I arrived.
You arrived
Yeah.
promptly.
So yeah, it hit me. I had not felt it all night, and then I was leaving, and somebody pointed at me, and apparently I was trying to steal a cup. And then I got in an Uber, which and I immediately had to pee because you break the seal, and I was in an Uber for at least 10 minutes. And bitch has a tiny bladder. And so I say I can't hold it. So he pulls over and lets me pee on the side of the road in the middle of Washington D.C. So yeah, that was my fun.
As our forefathers intended.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, I've peed in every city I've been in since turning 21 except Los Angeles.
In public?
Pee
In public, yeah.
That's
I
really
peed
good.
in downtown Raleigh with not some random gay man because we're friends now. But that was the beginning of a relationship.
That's so nice.
That's
I was
beautiful.
basically holding hands while peeing.
I love that.
Should I tell the one about your birthday at Legends, or should I tell the one about that time you ran away to go be with the guys who had the table?
Both.
Okay. I'll start with the one about the table because
Okay.
that one makes me laugh so
Okay.
hard. So,
And this is Sarah or Alex she's talking about.
yeah, me and Alex and Cameron were downtown with a group of friends, and we got to the last bar of the night, and we're pretty drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just dancing. It wasn't very crowded.
I was not. I was sober.
Cameron was sober, and
I had to drive
and literally
home.
she just in my mind she was just gone. I don't know where she went. She wasn't in my eyesight.
I know.
So I thought
yeah.
she had disappeared.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was still there. And so we're dancing. Me and Alex are dancing. Cameron doesn't really like to dance.
Excuse you, I was dancing. Well,
Oh
by
my
the end
God,
of it,
T.
I was because that one guy kept trying to do a backflip, and he was also
Oh my God,
belligerently
okay.
drunk.
He
Okay.
was.
Shout
Yeah,
out
you-
time. Shout out time. Drew, if you're listening to this,
Drew just-
we love you.
No, I'm not gonna say the last names. Oh my god.
No, that's it. Okay.
No, Drew is the goat.
So I did not even know this was going on because Drew was so belligerently
We
drunk.
said we weren't naming names, but here
Oh,
we are.
sorry,
We were
Drew.
naming- sorry, Drew. We love you though. So we were dancing, blah blah blah, having a good time, and there's this guy there's a roped off section with different tables, and there's this guy, a grown ass man, way older than us, with a full beard, comes up and is trying to talk to me and Alex. And I'm can't hear him because I'm partially deaf and undiagnosed. And also it was the music was really loud.
It's a bar, yeah. you
And then
can
I
hear.
look over and Drew is behind the ropes, yelling at a lady who works there, obviously. And then
Probably.
there's a security guy there. And so I'm oh, hold on, man with the beard. I need to go diffuse the situation. So I go over there and I ask the security guy, oh, is Drew in trouble? And the security guy just shrugs his shoulders I don't know. And then I look over at the lady and I was what did he do? And she's oh, I know him. And I'm oh, okay. So I just walk away. And then I look over and Alice is still talking to the bearded guy. And I walk over and he's you guys should come at the table with us. And Alex doesn't even hesitate, doesn't even look at me should we do it? She just jumps under the rope and she gets up there and she's okay. And so she doesn't even know this man. And I'm Alex, we are with a whole group of other people. We can't just go sit at this person's table. And so she's oh, you're right. And then so she comes back and I bring her back. And then we send Drew home.
Thank God.
And
We don't send him home because I kept being are you sure you don't want to Uber back with us? And he's yeah, I'm fine. He left his credit card, by the way, at the bar,
Yeah.
and his friends left him at this
Yeah.
bar.
yeah.
Which is
Oh my
what
God,
was
our
happening
other
as
friends.
Alex
Our
was
other
trying to
friends.
get with these old men.
Yeah.
I was not trying to get with them, and those friends that left us, you know who you are. That's all I have to say.
He Drew circled around the bar multiple times trying to find them. I'm they're gone, Drew.
They're long gone.
They're long gone.
They're dead to me. Not really, but.
But, okay, so part 2. For Alex's 21st birthday.
Part 2.
I would like to say I'm a real ride or die because I went to both parties back to back.
Back to back.
I was dead.
Sarah?
Deceased at the end of this. Like, I had been so hungover. I'd never been that hungover.
We went out a Saturday night. So my birthday was Sunday. So we went out Saturday night into Sunday. Downtown at, like, all in Glenwood. And
that was a good-ass night.
It was a good-ass night. It was 3 of us. It was raining. It was fine. And I didn't even know there was going to be something the next night because that's a Sunday night. So I was so hungover until like 4 p.m. And then I went to dinner.
Tell you it was a surprise party because, like, I couldn't ruin the surprise. Right. And be like, I'm not going to your second party because then that would ruin the surprise.
Yeah, so, like, I was hungover until like 4 p.m. and then I got sushi dinner, which I would not have gotten if I knew I was going to drink that night. And we go to a gay bar, Legends. It's an 18 and up bar. It's so much fun.
I had a great time.
It was so fun.
The sweetest men work at that bar.
Cameron was also here that night.
I was not there. It was Olivia.
Yeah,
I've never been to Legends.
I swear to God, you were there.
It's just like my spirit.
Why am I who I see?
It was me and Olivia. Cameron couldn't go.
I literally see your figure.
Yeah, there. I had to do like climate reality stuff.
Oh my goodness.
It was my like.
It was just your presence.
It was my, like, bi spirit being in a gay club with you.
Okay, first of all, the bartender was the most beautiful man I had ever seen, and he had absolute disdain for us, and I loved it.
Well, I was wearing a 21 birthday sign, and I think they just thought that was a little bit extra on a Sunday night.
They probably did, but it also got her, like, 6 free Jell-O shots off of the dancers' bodies. Like,
some of them were hairy.
Some of them had hairy bellies, and they were literally laughing at her so hard because, like, they were like, "Aw, baby's first Jell-O shot off a stomach." Like,
I was uncomfortable.
They were all like really sweet and very nice to her, and all of us really. And then we were tipping them for their awesome, incredible dance moves. Okay,
really incredible.
The best dance moves I have ever seen. Like, there was so much shaking and a wiggling and a jiggling going on, but I had a great time, and I would go back.
Yeah, I would too. I haven't gone back since. That's the only time I've been.
I really want to go.
I would love to go. We should go.
Let's all go next week.
We can podcast.
We can podcast after.
Next week's spring break.
Oh my God, I'll be in Texas.
What are you doing tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I'm not doing anything. I gotta be up super early on Sunday morning.
Maybe.
I know. I'm so sorry. We'll find out time.
Yeah.
Sarah?
I'll be back from my ASB trip Friday of spring break, so.
Well, stay tuned for some more stories that we'll have. We'll have to.
We need to we should take a picture downtown at the gay bar to be our podcast cover photo.
Oh my God.
Which we still don't have. We're not gonna have one for a while.
And it's fine because no one's listening.
Yeah.
But just in case you're wondering.
Because you're just gonna be disappointed with the visual.
I just want to say.
Yes, you're so right. Unless you already know us, then you're just sticking through it. I'm so sorry for your pain.
I want to say one final story that we were all there for. It was the same night Alex ran off to be with those older men.
Attack me, please. At me.
Same guy, Drew. He let it slip before everyone was drinking that he could do a backflip. So Alex was like, "If I clear a space at the bars we're going to, will you do a backflip?" And he said, "Yeah." So I think the second bar that we were at, he was still there. He hadn't arrived. He was in the Uber, about to get there. And so, Alex cleared space, and he did, I think 2 backflips in this crowded...
We are twerking it hard. Me and Drew are really delivering on the dance end of, a night out.
So, yeah, every time he took a backflip, I was like, wow, I'm gonna have to be in a fucking, ambulance with this man. Because, I don't think he can be alone. So, Alex kept, being do a backflip, do a backflip,
Heck
and he would. And we get to, the last bar, and, he's gone. We've already discussed this. He, had to lean on me to, walk there.
Lean on me.
Yeah. I had met him once. This was my first time meeting this man, and he put his arm around me and leaned on me to get to this other bar. And we get to this bar.
That's true.
That is, yeah.
And Alex just immediately goes, "Do a backflip." But like he's
sounds
like
about right.
he's at like a 45-degree angle. Like
He's like, okay.
yeah. And like I had to be like, no. I had to like shut this down. Alex was gone. He was 100% like
And
gone.
someone's like, do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This was like the last bar of the night. Like the first bar, like I was dancing, I was having fun. The last bar, I was like, nobody touch my fucking girls. Do not. Like you can dance, but do not put your hands in their pants. Because like guys were like, my friends have been fingered at clubs.
Oh
No,
my shit.
yeah.
It's never gone that far. Okay, so like the last time I went out
Oh my god.
for my birthday, that guy at the first bar first of all, guys need to learn how to communicate, like look you in your face before they decide to put the whole front of their body against the back of your body.
Oh, they just love to scout it out and just like hip thrust into you.
They like to slowly
that
like
means grind. Hip thrust means rub your butt all over my dick.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
that.
They just kind of do this thing where slowly they kind of like start creeping towards you, even though you're just dancing,
Like
minding your own
like
business.
a lion getting like a
they really
injured
stalk you. They
gazelle.
really just kind of like walk up on you, and then it starts like with a few brushes, like almost like innocent, like oh, like this is incidental. It's just very like crowded in here, and then it's like then slowly next thing you know it's full contact, and then it's like hands on the hips, and it's like oh this is happening, and then this guy was. I don't know if this was like a common move or this was just him. I could tell he was really taller than me. I'm very short. I'm like 5'3", and so, but the side of his face was like next to my face.
Yeah, they
like he
do
really
that
did
shit.
the bend down move, and like he had like scruff, so like it was like scratch my face, and I was like,
Hi.
I was like, oh hello.
That's funny. Yeah.
Anyway, but I've never been like fingered in a club.
Well,
I
it
also have
happens.
not.
It hasn't happened to me. Also, I'm 5'0", so every time like guys come to like grind on me, all I feel is their like half hard dicks, like on the middle of my back, and also like I don't know. I just hate like
Oh my
grinding
god.
with men. Like I don't know. So like I just ragdoll. Like they'll take my hand and like be like, oh, have
Pretend
fun.
to be deaf.
Yeah, I pretended to be deaf in a club one time because this guy wouldn't leave me alone. And it wasn't
I
even.
literally saw this bitch. She was like doing hand motions, like what?
I didn't see this, and I really wish I would because that would have made
I
my
laughed
entire
so
life.
hard.
I'd like to make a formal apology to Nyle DiMarco. I'm sorry for taking your culture to use for my benefit.
I love Nyle DiMarco.
I love him
You're
too.
doing beautiful work, baby.
Yeah. You
Love
could.
you.
You can't hear this?
No.
It's a podcast. He's deaf. He'll never hear us.
This is so rude.
It's not rude. We don't do transcripts. He'll never be able to know what we said.
We
That
need to
we
make our
love.
podcast accessible.
How?
I don't.
We
Who's
have
gonna
to hire
fucking translate
someone.
this? Oh my god, Sarah.
I take back like. Still shout out to
Shit's
Nyle
hilarious.
DiMarco.
I still
I'm
love
so
him.
sorry you can't hear this.
I'm sorry you can't hear this, baby. We love you.
That's the title of our podcast. Shout out to Nyle DiMarco.
You'll never hear this, but
We love you.
That should be the title.
Oh my god.
So,
I think that's probably a wrap.
Yeah, that's
for
good.
Today. That's
So,
a really great place to end it at.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you to our one Argentinian listener.
Thank you to our
Shout out.
Argentinian ride or die
All right.
every day, all day.